Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Nick Williams Show. My name is Nick Williams, and I'm an independent filmmaker and producer north of Boston. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. I would say share it with somebody, but you know what, at this point, well, first of all, you people don't listen to that anyway. And second of all, you should keep this as your secret little, advice column, I would say. Joining me in studio tonight is my producer, Mr. Special Ed. Ed, how are you today?
Hey, I'm great. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
I'm good. You all ready for tax season? You showed up late tonight for the stream because you had to prepare for a meeting with your accountant, you said.
Well, I'd rather not like to discuss that on the live stream.
Nobody. I don't know if anybody in the chat did, but I certainly didn't ask how much you made last year or what you're writing off. I just wanted to know if you were ready for tax season, if you'd be late again next week, or if this was a single one-off time.
I'm ready. Yeah, are you
there
ready?
It is. Awesome. Well, tonight we are talking a little bit about money again, and more specifically, I wanted to talk about crowdfunding for indie filmmakers. And I find, Edmund, that a lot of filmmakers crowdfund, at least, maybe their first short film or, some films that they do. Would you agree with that sentiment, with that logic? You see a lot of people looking for crowdfunding donations?
I see a lot. Yeah, I'd say maybe half the people that I know that are producing something are looking for crowdfunding.
Right. The problem that I'm seeing, and I can only really speak about my area, but something tells me that this is a common occurrence. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But something tells me that this is a common occurrence, which is that filmmakers and funding their films, they're stuck in a bit of a loop. Does that make sense?
No, but please go on.
I will. When I say they're stuck in a loop, I mean when you first get into this industry, on the industry side, doesn't matter. When it comes to things like social media, you have to build up some sort of following. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Why are you being a prick tonight? I don't care. It's a live stream. I'll call you right out on the live stream. Why are you being a joker? Are you making faces? You got weird glasses on tonight. Not that you don't normally have glasses on, but you're doing weird look at me over the glasses faces that are freaking me out. That's why I'm asking.
I was just laughing because I adjusted my glasses. I remember what you said to me before we started streaming. Yeah. So I didn't want you to say that again on the air and embarrass me in front of everybody.
Everybody, there's nobody. It's such a thing. By the way, I tend to go off topic on a lot of things, so I'm probably end up putting chapter markers at some point in the description, but it's only for people who are new here, who stumbled upon this podcast, this evening show. It's Monday evening. You're either on your way home from work. If you're in the film industry, you're still on set on a 12. We're doing 12-hour turnarounds.
I actually don't know of many people that are working today.
That's true, which means they should all be watching the stream. But, what are you going to do? Edmund, when I talk about the fact that we're stuck in a closed loop economy when it comes to filmmakers, and this might be why nobody's working tonight, okay? Not kidding. It's because they're crowdfunding from other filmmakers. So essentially, money is raised by asking other filmmakers. When you first get into this industry, you have to build some sort of a following, is what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by your face. You have to build some sort of a following, and that's usually a following of other people that are behind the camera or actors, people that are in the industry. And you do that so that you have people that you can work with when you want to make a film. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're not building a base of fans. And especially when you first start and you haven't made anything yet, you're not building like the general populace is not looking to your Instagram page as an example to be like, oh, wow, he does great lighting. It's like other people that would hire you that are like following you and saying, wow, you do great lighting. And then they hire you from that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my point is that when people then want to make a film and they start looking for funds, they end up asking other people that are in the industry that are looking for work as opposed to the general populace or investors or things like that. The problem with that is that, and you can do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of people out there who have been able to raise funds for their films, but this stuck in a loop economy that I'm talking about is good for funding projects, but it doesn't fund careers. It doesn't build you up. And the whole point, again, I'll say it every week till I'm blue in the face, the whole point of this show is trying to take us into a career path that is sustainable and that builds over time so that we can actually continue making movies on a regular basis. Got some notes here. Let me refer to them. One of the things, I have a couple like wrong way versus right way. I figured we would do all of the things that I'm seeing that are wrong, and then we go into the second part of the episode where I tell you how to do all the right things. Does that make sense, Edmund?
It makes sense, yeah.
Does this sound boring?
No, not at all. You're on a roll.
I know, but you're freaking me out with the gestures, like the way that you're moving and stuff.
Oh, I just have to
I know I know the leaning in and the leaning up to the. Just be normal. Can you be normal?
My mic's in the way, and we got a new comment.
Is it?
I'm sorry.
This is what I deal with. You wonder. When you see the production quality and you go, wow, oh my God, it's incredible. Why doesn't Nick have more subscribers? The producer.
Guilty.
This is what's holding me back. You know, if, okay, we're doing wrong way and then we're doing right way. God, this stream is getting off to a rocky start. Dan, if you're in the chat, I love you and I appreciate you. And thanks for being here. All right, building an audience of filmmakers instead of fans. So when you're following other filmmakers and you're networking only within film circles, you have film school peers, festival friends, set crews, other people that you meet. This is great, and they should follow you, and I think it's fantastic. Social media audience ends up being 90% industry people. And the reason that this is an issue and doesn't really help when it comes to crowdfunding specifically is that other filmmakers are not customers, and they're not investors, and they're not distribution partners. So there's no compounding demand. That's a problem. What it does is it ends up creating a peer network and not an audience. 9 times out of 10 when people make movies and the other people in the industry that are following them, they don't even watch the movie. They're looking for work. They're looking for the what do you call it? Not casting. Casting's for actors. Job posting, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Number 2 would be crowdfunding to the same group of filmmakers over and over again. So you launch a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. You post campaign links everywhere. Again, you're following as all indie filmmakers or other people in the industry. And then you DM blast everyone looking for support. And you say that there are rewards like merch or credits or tickets or special thanks or whatever. And the outcome from that ends up being $10 to $50 donations from film friends because that's what we can afford. We're not going to get, multi-million dollars off of, your local grip, if that makes sense. The reason that this is a problem is that it's not an investment, it's charity. And there's no return on investment. They're not necessarily seeking a return on investment either. If I give somebody $10, I'm not like, ooh, do I get 25 back? Like that's not where I'm at with it. But there's no repeatable capital pipeline. There's nothing that the money isn't. It's redistributed. It's not added. It's not compounded. Everything that we end up happening, the money circulates in a horizontal fashion. It's a lateral move as opposed to a more vertical upward investment strategy. Another thing that is a problem is that in New England specifically, and I'm sure this is the same in like Idaho, but the filmmaking community, although growing, is still small and it's very tight-knit. So you end up having the same couple hundred people who care and they're on board and they're supportive, and they are, and I'm not being sarcastic there, they are supportive. But how many times do they have to be supportive? How many times can you be like, please, please? And then the thing is like, if you see people, this is where it causes an issue in the friend groups or in the morale of the community, I would say. So Edmund, you're making a film. and I see that everybody is donating, you know, $20, and then we see another person who I don't know, just another person that we both know that's making a film, and I see everybody, and then when it's my turn to make a film, everybody's like, oh, but I already donated to, ooh, I'm tapped out. I don't have any money left. And if you're the filmmaker in the position number 3, looking for donations from people and they're tapped out, this is, again, it's a problem. Well, maybe I should just quit. Maybe I should give up. Maybe I shouldn't do anything. And that's not true. But it's also, I mean, I'm not saying don't support your friends. Like, if you see somebody and you want to support them, if you see somebody, I've donated to crowdfunds before, and I think that they're good on a project per project basis. But like, do you not feel like there's some sort of, I'm not picking on anybody in particular. I'm really not. This is a general consensus, and this is how I've felt for years. It's just something that's coming up more and more and more. And as the economy doesn't get necessarily better, it becomes difficult to donate when you also have your own bills you got to worry about. It becomes difficult, you know. But I mean, there are definitely people out there who have donated $100, $1,000, $10, $50, whatever people are looking for. But that's not my job. My job is not to like go around to all these films. It's nobody's job to go around and donate all the time. It becomes very difficult and cumbersome. And if you're in that starving artist mentality, you know, it's funny because the people that are looking for the donations, I don't see them donating tons of money everywhere else, you know? It doesn't matter who they are. I'm saying across the board, you'll see, and then they're like, oh, well, I wish we would. Now, I will, you know what? I will compliment somebody who is good, who's very good with crowdfunding. Do you know Vinny DeSanti?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't even watch my show. You produce the show, you don't watch it. But Vinny DeSanti was on my podcast, and he talked about crowdfunding. The difference with him is that he is very niched with the films that he's crowdfunding. They're horror films based on Jason Voorhees from, oh, I'm going to get so much flack for this. Is it Halloween?
Nope. That's Michael Myers.
Then why wouldn't you help me out?
Because it's funny.
Because I made the glasses comment.
Yeah.
You let it slide because I embarrassed you with the glasses. Well, let me tell you, they don't look any better, and I would have kept that hat on if I were you. God, thank God you don't have a camera. You'd have broken the lens. What's Jason Voorhees from again? What is it?
Friday the 13th.
That's the one. Friday the 13th. Now, I will, like, on his YouTube channel, he does, he makes films that are, they're not parodies. They're fan films about Friday the 13th. Same characters, everything else. He's very successful with it. He does good. It's only Friday the 13th, though. And he's got, like, on his YouTube channel, he's got 100,000 subscribers. He does a live show like this, but it's really only geared toward Friday the 13th. But he's built a base of fans. It's general people out there in the world who like Friday the 13th movies. That's why they support him. He's also very talented, don't get me wrong. But that's what I'm saying. He has a broad brushstroke of all of these different people that are donating to him. It's not the same 20 filmmakers, 100 filmmakers that are like, here's 10 to $50. He's doing the best that he can, but he's staying very niched into this specific category of films, which Friday the 13th has a fantastic following, I would say. Like, it's, if you like those films, you're like committed. You know what I mean?
You should watch one. They're good.
I have watched one. I watched, which one did I see in theaters? It was like 2008. I went to the theater, Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters too.
Dope movie. But again, you know, very genre. Very, if you're into that, and there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure there are movies that Friday the 13th lovers are not into that I am into. I'm just not into those, you know. What's a Freddy with the hands?
Nightmare on Elm Street?
Yeah. Kruger. You know, what are we doing with the hands, the gloves?
It's Johnny Depp's first film, I believe.
No, sir. He was in Platoon, I thought, first film. He was like 12. Over in wherever. Look it up. You have a computer right in front of you. What was his first film? This is what I deal with. And if I could afford to pay him... See, this is the thing. This is why people say, well, Jesus Christ. I mean, people call me all week long. Nick, I watched your show. I love your show. Why don't you get Edmund, beat him into shape? Why don't you, come down harder on him? I say it's because I can't pay him because nobody subscribes. Once there's money involved with anything, then I can really use and abuse. I can have set time frames, right? Because you would do anything for a paycheck.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh,
mu-
almost
wow.
anything.
What would you not do? Where's the line?
I don't want to say it over the air right now, but
Why? Say where it is. You know, I feel handsome this evening. I do.
Well,
I feel good.
I wish you were more knowledgeable because A Nightmare on Elm Street was Johnny Depp's first film.
What did he play in Nightmare on Elm Street in the first film? What did he play? What was the plot of his character in Nightmare on Elm Street?
He was the boyfriend of the protagonist.
Heartthrob. Heartthrob. That's
Mhm.
what we say. It's good. Good for him. He's still a heartthrob. He's like, what, 70? 74? You just looked up Johnny Depp. It didn't tell you the age in big, bold letters?
I didn't look up his age. I looked up his first film.
What are we doing?
He's 62.
There it is. Okay. You look 70. Maybe he's not doing that.
He went through a lot, actually. I don't know if you've heard, but...
I streamed the trial.
Okay. You have heard.
I watched every minute of that trial. Oh, my God. Ooh, I could say some things. If this wasn't an episode about crowdfunding, which we've been very on point about, by the way, very on point. Nobody can disagree how on point we've been. But if we wanted to talk Johnny Depp, this stream would be 3.5, 4 hours long.
Heard ya.
Heard me what?
It was play on words. Amber Heard, I believe, was the defendant or plaintiff.
Did you say we had a comment? Who do we have a comment from? Is it Dan saying hi?
It's not Dan.
Oh, who is it? I swear to God, if it's Amblard.
Bluff Boy Records.
Oh, fuck.
What's going on, chat? This economy blows, am I right? Also, Amblarda, looking angelic tonight.
Oh.
That's, I think, you.
Well, it's not you. You don't have a you don't have a camera or that hat, so there's no way that you'd be angelic.
What's wrong with my hair?
What's wrong with your hair?
Yeah.
What's right with your hair?
Yeah, that's true. My mom just cut it.
It's the middle part for me. That's what it is.
Everyone says they like the middle part. I like
the middle part.
I like parting it to the side. Everyone says you should do a middle part. So
I'm a big side part kind of person. And you know what? My sister has really, really big curly hair. Like big curly hair.
Cool.
Big hair. And when she does it over to the side, it looks like the 80s, 1980s, like side part, big throw over hair that they used to have where it's very tall. You know what I mean?
It's a good looking haircut, yeah.
I love that hair. Big fan of the side part. So much so I like slice mine in when I go to get my hair done. I can like, you know?
Like a number 0 on the razor.
Yeah, or just the blade, whatever the number 0. Just say 0, number 0. Anyway, you have a tood tonight. Give me some tood. Go ahead. Tell me what's your deal, man? Why are you so tutti fruity?
Well, you made fun of my glasses.
No,
first.
I just made a comment about the fact that you showed up 3 hours late to meet with your accountant. You said you didn't want to talk about that, so I'm not going to talk about that or mention it again. Why are you so bitchy, though?
Maybe because I got like 2 hours of sleep, almost 2.5 hours of sleep.
Right. Okay. So here's my question. You got 2 hours of sleep last night, right?
I just said that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Except you're bitchy to me.
Who can I bitch at?
I don't know. Call your mother. I don't know who you got to bitch at, but it's not my fault that you got 2 hours of sleep last night. The cutting me off mid-sentence is crazy, too. Cutting off the host mid-sentence is just a wild... Because we only have one audio track, because I just recorded. I don't have the multi... So now it's like, that's not a clip. Cut off. That's not a clip. You know?
I'll pull back a little bit. I'm sorry.
I don't want you to pull back. I just want you to be polite. I just want you to do your job. Oh, man. Oh, man. That is really funny. That is really, really funny. It is, you know, part of me wants to do these streams on like a very serious, like, oh, I'm going to save the world. I got to talk about crowdfunding. I got to talk about all these things. But nobody watches this shit. Nobody watches this shit. Nobody shares it. Nobody cares. So it really is, you know, for me, one of those things where I just want to, it's for posterity's sake. All right, crowdfunding. Same group of filmmakers. Kickstarter, blah, 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 $10 to $50 donations. It's not an investment, it's charity. There's no ROI. There's no redistribution. Let me scroll because I have more notes, which is good. Measuring success by campaign completion. Doing the whole, we hit $20,000, we did it, and then it premieres locally at like IFF Boston or Salem or Woods Hole, etc., whatever. You push for laurels in local screenings, post-wrap photos, the project ends, nobody gets any money back. The t-shirts that you gave out for the people that donated $50, they don't fit. They don't fit. They're not the right size. You didn't even ask. You got some like PA there who's like charitable. He's got the nose ring, helping. They're throwing shirts at people. Oh yeah, I paid for a shirt. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but the one that I got doesn't fit. This isn't anything specific, by the way. I'm just thinking out loud. The problem is a funded film is not a career outcome. A local premiere is not a market entry, okay? And there's no distribution plan, no audience retention strategy, no investor rapport, no follow-up capital. These things matter. These things matter. And the problem is that film people, Edmund, this is what I want to know from you. And I'm not asking you to name names or talk about anybody in particular. But why is it that people are seemingly scared? I can't tell. I really can't tell. Because I feel like we have so much talent and we have so much equipment and we have so much stuff. And then people just go, here's the right thing to do in order to build a career. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna do this. Why? And honest to God, if the answer is I'm afraid to talk to people that are investors because I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot, you know? If that's the reason that we're not doing stuff like that, and that's the reason we're not growing, admit it. Admit it. And by the way, smart people with millions and millions of dollars, they like honesty over everything else. Over everything else. And that's why I don't really understand. Because what I mean by that is they're usually math people. So like investor people, finance people, 2 + 2 always equals 4. If you're the kind of person that says 2 + 2 = 5, then they get weird and they go, leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I mean? But 2 + 2 always equals 4. If you go into an investor meeting and you go, listen, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to finance. That's your department, not mine. But I got this great idea and I got this script. I'm brand new and I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to that stuff. What I do know how to do is make a fucking great movie. That's a great pitch. To me, that's a great pitch. You're not stepping on toes. But people are afraid to do that because admitting that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about makes people get all like, well, then I'll just ask this. I'll ask my PA for $20. That'll get the film made. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? The PA doesn't have any fucking money. They're looking for money from you. You know, like, tell me what you think about what I just said.
No, I think it makes perfect sense.
Does it?
Yeah.
If someone came up to you, right, and they said, hey, I really want to be a gaffer. Like, I really, really love the idea of being able to manipulate light on film. I don't even know where to fucking start, man. I don't know my ass from my fucking elbow. But it seems like a really cool job. It seems like something I'd like to get into. I'll show up on time. I'll be there every day. And either I guess in the beginning I'll work for free. If you could toss me a couple bucks or something, that would be great. But like, I'm ready to learn. Would you rather that guy work with you as, your best boy, whatever, or if you're a gaffer on a set, I mean, or would you rather the person who comes in and goes, we're going to put this, anybody have a gobo? Anybody have like a Fresnel or like a Nan? I brought this Nan light the other day and I'm really big into the Aperture 120D. Ew, dude, shut the fuck up. Am I wrong? Which person would you rather like work with on a set if you had to?
Yeah, somebody who's not annoying.
Yeah, definitely somebody who's not. Yeah,
being likable on set will get you hired versus knowledge.
Right.
Or experience.
Right, exactly.
For some of it.
Right, but like lying about experience, or in this case, in the funding case, like this, like none of us have anything. None of us have anything. You know what I mean? But is there not like you feel bad, do you not? When someone's like, oh, I'm making a film, and then they like ask you for funds or to donate or whatever, and like you don't have anything to donate, or it's like not really your scene, or you're not like into it or whatever. Do you not feel like this obligation that's like, and if I don't, they're going to be mad at me? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Do you not feel like we shouldn't feel like that? We should all be working together. It should be like, dude, I'll help you with this aspect of it, or I'll whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In whatever way that we can. But maybe we just don't do that. We don't do that. Staying local without leveraging local assets. You're shooting in Massachusetts or Rhode Island because it's local and we can't afford to go anywhere else, but we're not utilizing tax incentives. We're not tapping into regional investor networks. We're not, there are foundations and art patrons and sales agents that are local that no one's tapping into. And I don't really know why. I love that we go to like Studio Lab, beautiful networking event that tons of people in the industry and people outside the industry, and just, it's a very collaborative kind of environment. I go every month. But we should also be going to like networking events that are centered around things that we don't know anything about, like investors and tech meetings and stuff like that. The last one I have is like the making one project at a time thing. But listen, crowdfunding from each other, premiering locally, hoping that something magically scales, it's not going to happen. There's no investor inflow. There's no audience building. There's no distribution plan. These things are problems. So let's talk about things that we can do. We're coming right up on the half-hour mark. I'm good. A little bit of make fun of Edmund, a little bit of here's what everybody's doing wrong. Mr. Edmund.
Do you think that like some people are looking for funds, or who go into fundraising because for their first couple shorts or their first feature, they're a bit too ambitious, where they're like, oh, I live in Boston. I have a crew of Bostonians, and I think I want to make like a dystopian, like sci-fi film where...
Is this a personal project of yours?
No.
Oh, okay. You were like getting into it there. I didn't know if you were referencing someone serious or not.
I'm just trying to stay far away from anyone I know working.
Okay.
In this
Okay.
situation.
Well, because like I didn't know if it was. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
There's
go ahead.
this guy named.
Yeah. Right. I didn't know if that's what you were saying. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think like people are looking for funds, or people need actual like 10, 20 grand or whatever for their first short because they're a bit ambitious and they're not working with what they have?
You want the truth?
Yeah.
I think people. Why did you get into this industry?
Because I like light, and I like film. I like 35 millimeter film.
Right.
I like movies from the 80s.
Did you get into this to become a millionaire?
No.
Did you get into this because gaffers make so much money, bro?
No.
That's why people become brain surgeons, by the way. Not why people get into filmmaking. We're storytellers. We're artists. When my friend calls me and says, hey, I want to shoot a music video. And I'm like, okay, come use my studio. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to it? When you want to light something, when you want to do a 48-hour and people just show up and they want to, that's what you get into this for. What I'm saying is there is a way to explore your passions while also not begging and pleading other filmmakers who have no money for $10 and $20. I think that on the front end, we can, I'm trying to keep it about crowdfunding. I want to answer your question, and I'm trying to answer it in a way that it pertains to the episode, because the truth is, I think if you have gas in your tank and your car turns on and you don't want to sit at home, like, I don't know if YouTube would take this out. If you don't want to sit around like hanging out with yourself all day, I think I think you should just get in your fucking car and go help your friend because you enjoy doing this. And I think that there should be a lot more of that in this industry, as opposed to the bitching and moaning and complaining and the not working hard. Because to me, even if it's not my film, if I'm on, like I've dolly gripped and been a grip for people. I've been on sets where it's like, that's the other thing too, when they have no fucking money and they like have a parking lot PA and all this other, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, why are you trying to be something you're not? It's so fucking annoying. Just go make a movie. You point the camera in the direction of the actors, you press record, and you turn some lights on, and they say the lines that you wrote on a page. Like, it's not brain surgery. It's not difficult. So my honest answer to you is, on the one hand, I do think that people bite off more than they can chew. I think people should write within their means and make because we live in an area where, like, I've told you this before. Like, we've had this conversation. I'm pretty sure I've said it on the show. Like, we live in an area where you can tell a story about your crazy Uncle Joe that you would be normally, I would say, like, embarrassed to tell somebody about because he's your crazy Uncle Joe. But nobody fucking needs to know that he's your crazy Uncle Joe. This is the thing that people don't get, you know? Like, you can write a story about your crazy Uncle Joe, just don't tell people he's your crazy uncle. You know, you go, I have this character who's like a total booze bag with no teeth, who's like 50, and he comes to Thanksgiving, I would assume, and he, like, you know, swings at, like, my little sister or this guy's little sister. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you tell the story as if they're not related to you, if they're crazy or whatever it is. And you got to have, like, that kind of mentality toward it. And write within your means. It doesn't cost anything to shoot a dinner scene. And actors will love to be in it because they need footage for the reel. And I'm sure you would love to have footage for the reel if you had to light these dinner scenes or whatever it is, and depending on the things that. But no, everything has to be zombie apocalypse. Everything has to be above and beyond because we need something different and cool. You know what's different and cool right now? Honesty. Real characters, real stories, things that happen. And we're seeing this with Gen Z, Gen Alpha as we continue going down. They're getting off because of the AI slop and because of all that. Why do you think AI is very, like, cinematic? All of the AI stuff is all very cinematic. So what are people looking for? They're looking for just reality. They're looking for basic shit. They're looking for, like, real stories about real people and how to navigate life and how to, you know, deal with problems that everyone deals with, you know? And this is the other thing when it comes to, like, politics and all this other shit. People don't care about white people problems. People don't care about black people problems. People don't care about gay people care about people problems that we're all going through, that everyone is going through, the he's, the she's, the they's, the everybody, like, everybody's going through bullshit. And movies are supposed to be there as kind of like a guiding light to say, hey, look, this person in this fictional world is also going through that problem. Here's how they overcame it. And then you leave the theater and you go, that guy was full of shit, or I'm going to try doing it their way. That's the whole point. We are the I want to say, like, the dreamers, but we're the people that make the dreams. We, like, put them on the screen. We put that stuff, our thoughts and our feelings and the way that we see the world on the screen, or we tell the story of someone else who sees the world differently, whether we agree with it or not. You know, it's like all of these opinions and stories need to be told. This is I'm tangenting right now, but my point to answer your question is, I don't think people actually need as much money as they're trying to get. But here's the thing. So now you're telling this story about half dog people from Mars that show up to Lynn English High School who are also, like, very, you know, they get treated very poorly because they're a different race or whatever. And it just becomes this monotonous political bullshit thing. And you go, yeah, I'm not showing up for less than $500 a day because I really don't give a fuck about what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, that, it's like everyone mentality across the board. It's like, why the fuck would I care? But this isn't cool. It's not fun. It's not a good script. And it's, like, ridiculous. And it's over the top. And it's like biting off way more than they can chew. And then you, like, turn around and you tell people, we're making this passion, but it's a very important project, and we need to raise $450 million, and I need your $10. Like, it's, like, dumb. It's dumb, and nobody has any money anyway. Wouldn't you, if you saw a cool project, like if someone was like, oh, I'm posting it, I'm making this thing, here's what it's about, basic shit, blah, 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 it's really cool, I want to do some cool stuff like that, I'm looking for a gaffer. Would you not apply to, like, a job like that and be like, hey, I got nothing going on that day, I'll help you out?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Yeah.
As opposed to, there's so many different examples I could give. Like, there's so many. This transgender elephant shows up to him. You're like, what the fuck? What is this shit, man? Why are we trying to create these stories that mean nothing and then acting as though they're like, this is the thing. It's not the thing. It's not the thing. And it never will be the thing. What are we going to do? We're going to Salem Cinema. That's what that's where it's going to go one day. That's where it's going to go. And my name is going to be on the screen. What the fuck? We all do the same shit. I could do that in iMovie. You know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Boston specific. I love when people say that Boston has no money. I love when people say Boston has no money. They're idiots, I'll say.
Who says that?
Imbecilic. There is so much money in Boston. So much, because people say, because they crowdfund other filmmakers and then say they can never raise funds for their film. There's no money here. There's no one here. Boston is a hub for tech, both like regular tech and biotech, real estate, philanthropy, small business networks. Not to mention, we have Massachusetts Film Grant. What is it called? The MA Film. I'm an idiot. I should just look. I'm sure I have it written down here, but it's what's it called? Real assets. Yeah. Well, yeah, and then you can partner with schools too. Emerson, BU, RISD, Harvard. Tax incentives to reduce investor exposure, which is helpful. There's tons of tax, 25% tax credit, which is fantastic. I just feel like there's so many different ways that you can go with it. And if you are looking at building relationships with distribution in mind up front, people will be way more willing to invest. Listen, nobody's going to get $3 million on their first film. But if you can't find someone, if you start going to these events and you can't find someone who's willing to try a $5,000 grant, a $10,000 grant, $15,000, these people, it's write-off money for them. They don't pay taxes on that. They pay taxes on the recoupment. People don't understand this. If you make a film and you need 10 grand and someone donates or invests 10 grand with the, idea of getting it back, obviously. But if somebody invests 10 grand, they're not paying taxes. They've already paid taxes on that money. That money doesn't get taxed. It's on the recoupment. And you don't even get paid. You don't pay tax on the first 10,000 because you're just paying back the loan. So you only pay tax on profit. That's how that works. That's like the same as any business. If I buy this phone for $5 and I sell it for 10, I'm not paying tax on $10. I'm paying tax on the profit, on the $5 profit. This is basic shit. Like, this is basic business stuff. And then you scale it. People are like, well, when you're dealing with 20, 30,000, that nothing changes. 1 + 1 = 2. That's why finance people like numbers, because they don't change. They're always the same. It's, you know what I mean? Like, spreadsheet people to me are incredibly boring. I don't mean that in an offensive way, but like, they are, because I'm all over the place, creative. Spreadsheet people hate all over the place stuff. They can't, it's anxiety. Spreadsheets. Number 1 + 1 = 2. In any language, math works the same way across the board. Go become friends with someone like that. Make them laugh. Take them out for drinks. Would you rather invest $100 of your time to take a film investor out for drinks that could potentially turn around and give you 20 grand, or promote some bullshit thing on Facebook or whatever over and over again, and then haunt your friends to give you $10, $20, $40, or what's worse is the ones where they want $500,
Yeah.
The ones where they want like money from people that are like, I'm a grip and a barista on Tuesdays. they want like $500 for shit. Oh man, is Keaton there? No.
I don't believe so. No.
Wow, that's rough.
Not good.
That's rough. Oh, I should call him out. I should rip him up and down. That's rough. I won't do it because I'm nice. But I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, I like that question. That was a good question. What else you got? What are you thinking about? I loved that when you raised your hand. That actually made me very happy.
We talked about that earlier. Raise my hand if I have a question.
That's
I don't
right.
want to interrupt you.
And yet here we are. I didn't see a hand raised that time. Oh man. So does this?
I do. Yeah.
Go ahead.
You said you were talking about how it's best to bring some investor out for $100. I don't know, a nice dinner, maybe some drinks versus
you schmooze them.
Yeah, but
sell them on your project, on your story. Tell them that you know nothing. Tell them that you're a complete idiot, and see what I'm serious. Be more honest with people. You're a complete fucking idiot. You are. You're an idiot. You know nothing about their world. You have I would say, point blank, I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to make any of this money back. But I think I got a cool story. The story part and the creation of the movie, that's my department. The recoupment and all the spreadsheets and planning, I was hoping you could help with that. You think you could help with that? Let me tell you a little bit more about my story that I'm making here, and let's see if it's something that you'd like. I think it would have broad mass appeal. That's called selling. Sell yourself. Sell the story. That's what a trailer would do. It sells people on going to the movies to watch the movie.
Well, the thing about filmmakers, their friend group is mostly other filmmakers and artists for the most part. How are they going to find or know of an investor that has enough money that wants to spend the time and money to help somebody out?
It's like I'm having deja vu to last week when I said, do you have a phone? Do you have Google? Can you not, I'm not asking right now, but can you not figure out where there's something? Can you not try? Can you not try to ask some people if there's an event somewhere? Can you not mix? This is the problem. COVID was the problem. I'm not kidding. Before COVID, you could go to a bar and you could order drinks for people. You could bump into someone at the bar. You could go to events. People used to go to the theater. They used to do all these different things. It's been 6 years since this shit. Can we not start just going places? People are so afraid. People are so afraid to talk to other people. I don't know what it is. I'm not afraid of talking to anybody. My favorite thing in the world is talking. That's why I do a talk show once a week, because I love talking. If you don't listen to me, it's to your own detriment. I'm giving you the tools. You got to do with them what you will. Or don't. Give a fuck. I really don't care anymore. I don't give a shit. If these fucking people don't want to listen to the show, if they want to stay begging, they're 20, 30, 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old, begging for $20 from fucking some grip who's like, I really don't care. Just say, I don't care. Because that's what they say, by the way. That's the thing that nobody says out loud. They all say it to each other. They see a posting. Oh, someone's making a film. It's going to go nowhere. It's not going to build my career at all. And they want my money. No. The answer is no. And they know it's going to go nowhere. So why are you asking them for money? Not that you shouldn't ask people for money, but I'm saying, why are you asking them for money? Go out and meet people and talk to people and go to something. Show a little bit of fucking interest in something other than, I don't know, yourself for once. And this is coming from me. I'm like the most self-centered person I know. But the only reason that I'm self-centered, well, I'm right. But, the only reason that I'm self-centered is because I like me. A lot. I do. And I'm one thing that I am very good at is talking to other people. And I genuinely am interested. Not like, listen, when I say interested, it doesn't mean that you're going to go to a biotech conference and you're going to drop everything and switch careers. I'm not an idiot. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But show some interest, some genuine interest in what they're doing. And for like the first time you meet somebody, don't talk about you. Talk about them. And you go, wow, what are you doing? What are you doing here with this thing? Nanotechnology and whatever. That's amazing. Well, that's really great. What is that all about? If you learn something, the crazy part is if you learn something new, especially in like a biotech kind of atmosphere, it might, I don't know, crazy thought. It might spark an idea for a movie.
Yeah.
A short. Then you go, well, how would I make a biotech movie? That seems like really expensive. If you're meeting the biotech people, maybe they'll give you the location that they're looking for. This is the thing that people don't understand. Filmmakers in general, I would say this is the truth. Filmmakers, indie filmmakers, do not understand the power that they have. What do I mean by that? Everyone in the whole world, I saw this great video, and I'll say it in a minute because I want to finish this thought. Everyone in the whole world and their mother, they all love movies. They all love movies. You say you're making a movie, you see that, oh, I'm a filmmaker, everybody's eyes light up. Every single person I've ever told, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a producer. And they go, oh, you know, especially in Massachusetts. You ever seen The Perfect Storm? You ever seen The Perfect Storm? Let me tell you, at minute 42 minutes and 33 seconds, you see the back of my head, and that's my boat out there on the water. That was me. Everyone's a star in their own mind. Everyone loves the idea of creating movies and being a part of movies and everything else. And we are so insecure and so scared and so pathetic that we don't see and utilize those powers to get what we want. Instead, we turn on our own people and we go, I mean, are you going to give me $20? Are you going to give me a donation for my film? Why? Why the fuck would I? Why would any of us? I don't do crowdfunding. Do you ever see me post anything crowdfunding-wise? Ever?
I haven't seen it. I did just meet you like last year, though, so. But I haven't seen it. No, the answer is no. I've never.
Thank you. Thank you, Edmund. Thank you very much. I'm not saying that you shouldn't crowdfund. I'm just saying do it from the right perspective. That's all I'm trying to say. Build repeatable systems. Find crew members that you want to work with, that you only work with those crew members who actually find people. By the way, the best way to get fired off of one of my sets, at least, is to talk a lot of shit. Well, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if I can make it. Good. Get the fuck away from me. Because there's 5 or 10 or 20 other people who are like, yeah, I would love to be on a film set. Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to help you out. I love doing this. I'm excited about it, and this is all I know, and everything else kind of like me. That's it. It's all I know is making movies and all that stuff. Those are the people I want to work with. Assemble your Avengers. Assemble the team that is hardworking, that shows up, that is like 12 hours. You only want to do 12 hours? I'm pumped. Dude, let's get that shot. I was also, we should do this. This is such a good idea. This is so cool. I love that. Get those people. And by the way, to get those people, write a good idea. For fuck's sake, write a good idea. Enough with this political crap. And try, because we fake it. That's what it is. We fake it. We fake everything. We pretend like our ideas are like revolutionary and out there. We know they're not. We know they're not. We think that because we see something come out of Hollywood, we see something high budget show up, that we're going to be like, oh, that's what we should do. Transgender elephants from Mars. They're oppressed. Yeah, we should talk about them. Ready? Let's go to the chat. Who cares about transgender elephants from Mars? Ready, go. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But you see what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to be the different person. When I was growing up, everything about growing up was, oh, it's your uniqueness that makes you different. It's all of that stuff that is, that kind of stuff, So go be the unique one. Go out there and be weird, be different, write a good story. What else? Tax incentives. Oh, regional grants. You know that the Boston MA Film Grant, whatever it is, that they have like a fund there to help filmmakers. They've given out over $2 million in grants. Just money for these fucking crazy, horrible shorts that come out of here.
That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Unbelievable. I want to see the Crazy Uncle Joe story. Not because, by the way, yes, Crazy Uncle Joe, he might be racist or transphobic or whatever he is, but like, tell the story. If he's a horrible person, people will see that. They'll go, wow, what a horrible guy. Don't not tell the story because he's racist or transphobic. Show people what the wrong way is. That's the whole point of movies. People are supposed to watch movies like that, and then they go, not good. Not good to act that way. Not good. It's not nice. Not nice. Don't berate them with these, like, horrendous. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about films that were in this last festival that I had to go to that were just I mean, it was overt. It was overt. White, straight people, bad. I just can't stand it. Like, we get it. We get it. We're horrible people. Like, what do you want from us? You know what I mean? Like, do we not get it yet? Ed, are you a horrible person?
Am I?
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not.
No. Okay. Well, that's coming from a place of privilege, it sounds like.
That's me.
I don't know. Listen, it's Monday. It's a slow week. MLK. Speaking of racism, MLK Day.
That's today.
It is today. He had a dream.
That one day.
Yep. I have a dream too. This is my... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You know what? Fuck it. I am going to do it. I am going to do it because nobody watches this shit. So in 20 years when I end up on like Piers Morgan or something, because right, so 20 years ago, turns out that you said on a podcast. That's what it'll be. Let me play a clip for you. It'll be me. It'll be me being like, I have a dream. Fuck. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Okay, I do have a dream. I dream that filmmakers in New England will pull their fucking heads out of their asses and they will do the things that they need to do and stop acting like a bunch of little bitches when it comes to things like funding. And they will venture out past the creative space into the world of anyone else with fucking money. And they will learn that those people wish, the same way that we wish we were smart enough to be in finance and we wish that we were on that level, those people wish that they were creative. Those people wish that they could contribute the things to society that we contribute, but they can't. The same way that we cannot contribute the things to society that they contribute. That's okay. Being different is okay. Having different roles in life is okay. And crossing over and bridging those gaps in between the different types of communities, whatever it is, that's the way that we build the world. That's how we find our space. You go, yeah, you're a middle part. I'm a side part. You know? Just because I look better doesn't mean that you can't give me money for my film. That's all it is. Think about it. The nerds of the world, like, I feel like can we not just come to the consensus that we're both nerdy? Like the finance people, the biotech people, and the film people.
Yeah, of course.
But we're just nerdy in different ways. You have creative nerd, and then you have, money-making nerd. Why would we not want to link up and be like, yo, let's nerd out together? You sign the tab, please, if you don't mind. Tonight's on you, right? Thanks. I don't get it. We've been brainwashed to think that we are like so important, and we are important, but they're important too. And if we don't go out of our way to like kind of bridge that gap a little bit, we're just going to be stuck in this cycle of like not being able to help each other. I don't know. What do you think? Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything that I haven't hit on or questions? I'm leaving stuff out or whatever. I always get like this. I always feel like I leave one or two little things out there that like, you said this, Nick, but this doesn't make any sense because I didn't embellish enough or I didn't go into it enough.
Is there anything else with crowdfunding that would be...
Yeah, don't fucking ask other people for money. It's just dumb.
Well, what about some incentives like, I don't know, a free showing of the film or...
Sorry, go.
Yeah, like an incentive, like say you donate $10, you get to go to the premiere in your first
And then
row.
you get what? You get 20% off your ticket at the premiere? Because that's what these fucking people do. They ask for money, and then when you show up to the door, they go, that'll be $10 to get in. That'll be $20 for the ticket. Go ahead. What other incentives? I want you to name incentives that you think people would actually give a shit about. That's gonna get the last set that you were on, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it was I would say whether it's a narrative set or like a corporate gig.
It was corporate, yeah.
Whatever it was, the people you worked with. Were you what did you do on the last corporate gig? Like, what was your position? Were you like a grip or were camera op or what?
Key grip.
Key grip. How many other people would you say were working that corporate gig behind the scenes? Like not
crew.
Yeah, how many crew members were there all together at that corporate gig? Round figure.
5. DP.
Yep. Go ahead.
Gaffer, key grip.
Yep.
I think director / producer.
Okay. Oh, that's it?
I think 4.
Okay, that's fine. That's okay. What about those big events that you go to on average? How many people are there? I can't say the name of the company, but I'm saying like the companies that you get hired for.
Yeah.
How many people are behind the scenes on those gigs typically?
What do you mean? Could you be a little bit more specific?
I can't without you being really upset with me for saying specific things. So you get hired by a company to go and camera op certain things. I would say like gubernatorial speeches
Okay.
or,
I thought you were referring
gala events.
Yeah, I thought you were referring to another gig that I do often.
No. I'm talking about ones where there's like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of people involved. We were watching a show, a cable show recently, a PBS show, and I said, I bet that kind. You said, yes, they do that. Remember? They look at old objects, remember? And you said, oh, yes, they do that. Okay, that company.
Yeah.
When you get hired for a gig with that company, how many people are on the crew?
Like when I cam up a big gala event?
Sure. Yeah. How many crew people were at that event? Approximately.
Like for the live show?
Sure.
Probably 10, 15, 15 at least.
Name 3 incentives that I could give them that would get me to get them to donate to my film.
3 incentives?
Yeah, 3 things that it's like, you get this if you donate to my film, that they would go, fuck yeah, man. Never heard of this guy before. This fat bearded guy's making a movie. I can't wait to give him my money because he's giving me what? That's what I want you to answer. X, Y, and Z, please. Go ahead. 3. Just 3. Fuck it. Give me 2. Give me 2 things that I could give as an incentive on a crowdfunding thing that would make other people on the crew get pumped to give me their money. Go. 2 things. We'll be here all fucking night, folks.
We will.
We'll be here all fucking night because they don't care. And they're not supposed to care. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they don't care and they're bad. I'm saying they don't care. You don't give a fuck about them either. And stop asking them for money because you wouldn't give them your money. So let's build relationships with people with money who actually want to help. Let's start writing stories that matter, that people will like get behind and go, yeah, like, I could see that returning some money on investment. I could see that's a good story. That makes sense. It's a good movie. Let's get back to making really good films. And let's all do it together. And in the meantime, help each other out. Enough with this, I need $5,000 for a shut up. Just make the fucking movie. I hate the fact that we charge each other. If you're like getting hired for a short film and you're charging someone like a day rate, fuck off. Fuck off. If you're charging your friend rent for your Sky panel, you shouldn't have bought the Sky panel. If you don't have enough work to pay for that Sky panel, that when your buddy needs it for a day, you can't just show up with it with a C-stand, you're a fuck. You're a gross human being. Because you know that person has no money. And doing this fucking thing where people are like, oh, I'm going to give you like a half day rate. Shut up. Ew, dude. Ew. Shut up. I'll use a light bulb on a socket instead of using the Sky panel. Because I like making movies. And I don't need your shit. And I don't have the $600 for your kit fee. So like, I don't really care. And now you're not going to be on it. And you can sit there and you can hold your Sky panel at night in bed and you can go, we'll find a way to pay for you. We'll find a way to pay for you, honey. We'll pay that finance off. You're a joke. You're a joke. If you buy equipment so that you can charge other people for like 2-day, 3-day shoots, like, oh, it's so dumb. Is it not dumb when you think about it? Are you not like, oh, fuck. Yeah. Like, think about the people that, okay, so ready? So you like, have you ever I'm not giving you shit, I'm asking. Have you, throughout your career, have you ever directed or made a film yet on your own or no?
Yeah, documentary in school, that's about it.
Okay. But you have ideas for stuff. I've sent you like reels on Instagram that are like cheesy, like the 1980s horror movie with this like the crappy effects, special effects kind of explosion stuff.
Camera and like,
Right. Fun, okay. But like you need people to help pull that off. So imagine putting together a crew of like 6 people. You're going to shoot over the course like 3 days, right? Maybe like a Friday to a Sunday. How many people are like, yeah, I'll go, I'll do it? How many people are like, yeah, I'll go, I'll do it, versus how many people are like, yeah, dude, I'll totally give you a discount on my rate. Like, I'd love to show up. I got this great equipment that we can. It's like, oh, I just hung out with you like last weekend. Are you going to charge me to fucking hang out with you too? So wait, so we're going to hang out, not make a movie, talk about making movies, and you won't charge me. And I got to sit there and listen to you bitch about work and everything else. But then when we actually go and we're trying to do something fun, I got to pay you like a fucking kit fee? Ew, dude. No wonder nothing gets made. No wonder nothing gets made. It's so dumb. Is it not like dumb? You know who's really good at shit like this? Andrew Connolly, Big Red Productions. He calls me, like I've done, I did the little, the acting stuff. You know what I mean? I was in a couple of his shorts.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious. You know what he does? You know how we get up? I didn't charge him, by the way. And nobody else charged him either. He's like, hey, we want to shoot something. It's kind of cool. I wrote this thing down. I just want to make something because I like making shit. It'd be like a single day thing. Show up in the morning. Maybe I'll grab some pizza for us or some shit like that. Whatever. Like, you want to help me out? I'm like, yes. And I'm there. I'm not like, well, I mean, I'm going to have my people call and then we can negotiate in the rider of the thing. It's like, shut the fuck. Wait for Netflix to call. Then you can negotiate only having green M&Ms in your bowl in the rider and the dressing room and the, you know what I mean? Like how fucking, how like gross are you to be that way? You know? That's why I show up for Andrew. I don't care what it is. Andrew, I'm telling you right now, if you ever see this, I will be any character you want me to be. Whatever you want me to be, I will always show up for you. Always.
Is he the guy who did the nuclear football?
Yes,
yeah,
dude. Yes. He wrote that. He's like, I have this idea. It's like a sketch thing. And I feel like and you should stop fucking downplaying it because the people involved in those productions are very talented people and they come out looking fucking dope, by the way. So like enough with this whole I wrote a sketch and like downplaying it like it's not that big of a deal. I feel like he does that because if it doesn't turn out the way he wants it to, then he can just say, oh, it's like a sketch. It's not a big deal. But the stuff that he makes is very, very good.
Yeah, it's like
very
it's
good.
Funny story. And what I like is that
Joseph, his DP, who shows up every time to shoot the stuff, is like uber talented, and he's on the fly. Like everything is like, oh, I was thinking this, and then you look at it and you go, fuck, what did we spend $20,000 on this fucking thing? I mean, it's pretty cool. He does a really good job. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, I like how it was effective, and you're like, oh, how much money did you spend? It's like he rented a hotel room. And he got everyone to...
That was it.
Yeah.
And he called me and said, do you have like a briefcase or like, do you have like a thing that would work? Do you have anything that would look like presidential? That's it. That's it. And he wrote a script and we all followed the script. And everybody who was there, by the way, a lot of the people that were there, not like actual actors that act full time. And they take it seriously. And it doesn't mean we didn't have fun. It was more fun when we took it seriously. We were like learning lines. We mess up. Oh, hold on. Let's go back. We'll do it again. And it's like everybody gave a shit. That was like, it was really, I love, I don't want to like glaze Andrew Connolly in like every fucking episode, but I love working with him because it's always a breath of fresh air. He has ideas. He writes great stories and he makes the sets fun. I never leave there, and I've never left a Big Red production and been like, oh, I fucking hope he loses my number. like I've always been like, oh, dude, I can't wait for the next one. It's gonna be so much fun. And I don't even money. Like that doesn't even compute with like it doesn't even, like I want to make movies. Andrew wants to make movies. We make movies. That's it. Bottom line. We go there, we have fun. There's no negativity. There's no bullshit. Everybody who's there is there to have fun. And money doesn't even come up. Doesn't even come up. I don't know. He's a great guy. He's a great example of New England filmmakers, of a New England filmmaker, I should say. And we should all strive to be more like Big Red. I have a dream that we're all making Big Red productions, you know?
I used to listen to that speech all the time as a kid. My dad had this CD.
Oh my God. We can
Story
bitch for a
time?
minute. Can we do a little story time?
Yeah, sure.
Go for it. Go.
All right, so my dad's Windows 95 computer.
Yeah.
The only like piece of media we had was this old encyclopedia like on a CD-ROM. So I'd pop that in, listen to the MLK I Have a Dream speech like almost every day.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
For a lot, yeah. I mean, it was like the only media we had on that computer. So I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. This is 95. No one had well, I'm sure some people had music on their computer, but
You listen to the I Have a Dream speech every day?
it was like Wikipedia, but that was like the only audio that was on that could fit with all the other information on that little encyclopedia CD-ROM.
Okay, I'm gonna say something.
Do it.
Since you don't have a camera on you,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. You don't exactly fit the bill. It doesn't really, like that actually happened,
I would listen to that a lot. Yeah.
and it was like just the audio.
Yeah.
Really?
I totally forgot about this until like MLK Day pops up. I'm like, oh yeah, I used to listen to that speech a lot as a kid.
I'm pretty sure I don't know anything past like that. But that one day, I think like I know the context, but I can't like recite the first.
I don't remember either. I
Yes,
did
you
that,
do.
And then shortly after that, we got like Beauty and the Beast CD-ROM.
Oh, then it was over. ML
Yeah.
who? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you had a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was Edmund's dream. I have a dream that one day we'll have something else in this computer. You listen to it every day? What a crazy thing. What a crazy piece of like
Yeah.
content to have to listen to every day. Life before YouTube was dull when it came to content, I guess.
Felt like a little, programmer on my dad's computer. Like, oh, look at me clicking around using. I think it was even like one button. It was probably 2-button mouse back at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why? Why did you have that?
I guess didn't have much to.
No, but like, why that? Like, why was it that? Why was it not a song? Like, it wasn't like you have the I Have a Dream speech.
We didn't really get CDs in our house until like.
But why did you how did you come to have that piece of media specifically?
It came with the computer, I'm sure.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech was the piece of media that came with the computer.
It was like Wikipedia on a disc. This was like 1995. And that was one of the only pieces of media
my
I could play
God.
while working, quote unquote, working on the computer. So I'd be like, oh, it's time to boot up the old Windows 95, listen to MLK right now.
Wow. Okay, well, I don't even know what I have to say about that. I really don't. Listen, if you're... Wow, I don't even know what to say. Let's get back to crowdfunding real quick. If you're crowdfunding every film from other filmmakers, then you're stuck in a closed loop economy that can never scale. That's the bottom line. You're not tapping into investors. You're not reaching audiences. You're just creating nothing in a closed ecosystem. You're passing money back and forth, and it's stupid, and it's never going to go anywhere, and it's not going to grow you or your business or anything else. Pay attention. If you're a film student, subscribe. If you're a filmmaker who likes crowdfunding from other filmmakers, unfucking subscribe, please, and leave me the fuck alone. All right, have a good night, and we'll see you next Monday.
Yeah.
See you next week. Good night.